All right. Hello, guys. Welcome here. And I think we need to wait for like 1 or 2 minutes so that more people join in here, and then we will start shortly. Till then, make sure to like and review this space and be ready for the like could say live question. And you can like drop your question below if you have any. Thank you. Please wait here. Hello to the person behind the 7076 America. Are you here? Shall we start the session?
Yeah, we can start.
Alright, so yeah, hello everyone, and welcome to today's exciting gaming session. We are thrilled to have you all join us as we dive into the revolutionary movement that's rooted in the spirit of our founding fathers, that is Polyfi. And stay around because it's going to be a very wonderful Q&A session. And without further ado, let's welcome our wonderful guest here. Welcome here, sir, and it's a pleasure to have you. So, could you please introduce about yourself and your background first, and then we proceed further?
Hi, yeah, sure. It's my pleasure to be here addressing you all. Um, my name is, for the sake of anonymity, is going to be Silicon Maya. I've been in technology for over 30 years, being everywhere in technology, basically. I started my career as a programmer, did a lot of work in the network consulting industry, and have been in the cybersecurity for a few years. And I've always been basically drawn to technology, and I've been a crypto investor since 2016, and came across this token back in June this year, before before it really, Politify started to really take the market by storm, right? So that basically that's an introduction for myself.
All right, that's great. Thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction. Happy to know about you and about your background as well. So let's jump into the main topic and talk about the project
Sure.
like in detail. So to kick things off, let's delve into the like could say core technology behind Polyfi. So um, as we know, like every good movement is built on a strong foundation, and Polyfi is no different. So could you like share with us more detail about the technological infrastructure powering Polyfi?
So the infrastructure is basically being developed still. We are thinking about using the America token as a governance token for DAO. Ever since we did the CTO, I control a marketing wallet that had about 5 million tokens, and now it's down to 3 million. But basically, what we're trying to do is build some governance around the tokens for now. But if we look at the possibilities that can be achieved by leveraging blockchain technology to provide transparency and control over funds is unheard of. So I think that the way that the politify movement right now is kind of strange, because you got two or three major tokens, which is basically Trump and MAGA hat. There are some others, but those are the biggest ones in terms of market cap. And they don't really give you governance over anything, right? So MAGA has no tax, and I don't think they bring anything in terms of specific messages. And Trump, the MAGA coin, basically just sends all their proceedings to Donald Trump and does some marketing effort, right? So what we're trying to do is basically build a community where we can drive use the power of the Ethereum blockchain and smart contracts to deliver a powerful message, right? So if you look at meme coins today, there's no message, right? It's just, fun and culture, and I get it. But I think that once people realize that we're at an inflection point with the election, with the awakening of the people to their harsh realities, right? Which is basically we're being taxed into oblivion, we're losing our individual freedoms, we are basically being cornered into compliance with what happened with COVID and the mass how can I say basically they took most of our fundamental rights away when the COVID hit because they locked us down in our homes. They forced injection on us. They fear mongered us. So it's all part of a global operation to take away our freedoms, to make us comply and make us fearful. So the Polify movement, in my opinion, will start to gain a lot of traction because people are waking up. We have Elon Musk literally creating a pack called America to propel his message and his vision of what's going on in the country and how he can actually, through the power of social media and political engagement, send a message. So I think basically once people realize that we can really send a message through blockchain, that we are really gonna flip meme coins in market cap, and this is gonna be just a fever, and everyone's gonna get on board and want to participate. That's how I feel. And that's why I was the leader of this crypto takeover for this project, which basically started in July 2024. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we hear you. So thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. And it's fascinating to hear like how the Ethereum blockchain is being used to power Polyfi vision and provide a transparent and like could say secure foundation for the movement. So let's move ahead and talk about in detail. Could say like that now that we have explored the technology behind Polyfi, let's talk about the heart of the movement. So, could you please tell us, like, what initially inspired the creation of Podify? Yeah, please answer on that.
I think it was basically unrest, right? People were tired of basically not having a voice, right? And most importantly, feeling that whatever they think or they want doesn't matter, right? So we're so disconnected from the government and their decisions that it's almost like our choices, even when we vote, doesn't matter, right? So I think that people started to realize that they could basically take their power back, and this can be done with the blockchain and Ethereum and smart contracts, right? So one thing that I really believing is that if we start to advocate through some politicians, because I do believe that there's gonna require some level of interaction with government representatives, like initially people from city halls. We could start small, right? Because I do believe that if we get some politicians on board with the message that, hey, if let's say that really Trump does win in November, and there starts to talk about government efficiency and what can be done to improve that, we will have a way to start elaborating and exploring how we can use blockchain to give power back to the people. Can you just imagine, instead of you having just a selected few voting on whether we should send money to Ukraine, or if we should, send money to illegal immigrants, or we should, send money to disaster victims like there is with Hurricane Milton right now. If we could get the power to decide what to do with the funds ourselves every time, then we really got the power back to the people. Imagine doing this with DAOs. We're talking about having 40 million active wallets on American soil. If we get up to let's say 10 million, 20 million, we already have one of the most impressive and one of the biggest basic insights into what the American people want. If we have a DAO and we use our governance token to say, hey guys, we have let's say $1 billion here that is basically for disaster recovery. What should we do? Where should we send this money? How should we use it? Right. So it is exciting to think of a future where we could really take the power to decide back into our own hands. And I think that's why the Politify movement is starting to grow, and more people are starting to pay attention to this kind of tokens. And we're just a crypto token right now, a CTO. But what I've been doing is basically using my knowledge into technology and politics to start writing articles on X. We already have one article. Before I had been suspended, I've basically had like almost 10 articles writing about how we can achieve no income tax. As you guys know, we have a huge oil reserves on the US. And one of the articles that I've written before is basically trying to explore how we could use our oil reserves to achieve no income tax, or at least have less income being applied into our citizens, right? And if you look at what's going on right now with wars, after every war that we've been part of, our economy came out worse, right? So every civil war, first and second war, our government had to increase taxes, we've been to tough periods. So I think that people had enough, right? And right now, with people having enough, and we finally having the ability to use technology to regain the power to decide what we do with our own money, with our own country, this is game changing, right? And we're in an inflection point, right? With the election, with the civil unrest, specifically with Generation Z, right? Most people who are out of college right now, they cannot expect to buy a house any soon. They're really desperate. And I think that this is the generation that was born with Bitcoin, was born with social media, and I think that it's going to be a catalyst once we understand the power that we already have. We just need to advocate into using that power into building governance structures that give power back to the people, and that's what we're vocal about, right? We're not just one meme coin that it's just fun, it's just culture. We are about a movement to advocate for a better future through the use of technology, and basically publishing specific content on how to achieve that. So if you buy our token, you're basically signaling support for our cause, and basically signaling that yes, you want to be part of that and have access to our content, and that you find that our content will help propel the message and inspire others. Basically, that's all we are right now.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful answer and sharing the powerful vision. It's inspiring to hear like how the ideals of freedom and prosperity
Mm-hmm.
from one nation founding continuously drive Podify today. So that's very great. Thank you so much for that. Also, listener, if you want to know more about the project, please check out their documentation, get say white paper or website. You will get like more deeper understanding of their work. Moving ahead, sir, your team has like a unique historical vision for this project, especially drawing from the spirit of 7076. So, could you share some about the leadership and the key members driving the movement forward?
Yeah, sure. So basically, it's just after the developer abandoned the project, he basically just sent me the last America tokens that he had on the marketing wallet, so I could drive marketing efforts and keep just basically do the CTO and keep the project alive. So the project is mainly just me and a couple of other guys, and we're just initial investors, right? Which uh, had seen the power of the narrative, right? Of Politify narrative and what was capable with that, because the ticker is eternal, right? We have America ticker, and we just want to make sure that we use that to propel a good message, right? So it's just me and a few other guys, and we're just running our Twitter. I put up a website that explains what we're trying to achieve, and I mean our narrative is, I think it's at least I think it's stronger than MAGA and Trump, because it's more inclusive. So if you're looking at Trump and MAGA, which topped 9 million in liquidity and 500 million in market cap, and look at our token, I mean we're just a fraction of them, but we're younger as well, right? So I think that I just want to express how we feel about the token and what we want to achieve, and hopefully that will touch a lot of people's hearts, and they would listen to this recording, and then will go, you know what, this guy has a point. I want to see how we can use blockchain to get power back into our hands. Yeah, I want that. Yeah, I would like to be closer to deciding how we spend our money. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for introducing the incredible team behind the Polyfire. And it's clear that the leadership and inspired by the spirit of 7076 is deeply like committed to driving this movement with like vision and integrity. So, moving ahead. Leadership transition often like bring fresh perspective and innovation, and I understand that Spotify saw like significant change into the CTO takeover in July 2024. So could
Mm-hmm.
you share with us like what changes or innovation have been introduced since then, and how these align with the Spotify overarching vision of like creating a tax-free America?
Yeah, sure. So the token has started as a way to help veterans. So it had a 2% tax, and at the beginning, it was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in Polydify. Right, so they had collecting 2% tax, and they were basically donating to veteran organizations across the world. But then there was a little bit of a issue amongst the founding fathers. things got really nasty because one was basically saying that they owned some of them money, and then there was a lot of FUD in the Telegram chat, and our market cap tanked. And then what happened was Alexander Hamilton, which was one of the founding fathers, he basically, and it's kind of like a stroke of destiny, because as it happens in 1776, we are trying to go from 2% tax to 0%. And after things got nasty, Alexander Hamilton changed the contract tax from 2% to 0, and then just abandoned the project and just let the project to me, so I could reshape it into a new thing, right? Because we didn't have any tax at the time. And I thought that, you know what, we're living in a world that would be the worst nightmare from what our founding fathers actually envisioned of an America, right? We're not prosper, we're not free, we're not peaceful. And I think that, if we got power back to the people through the blockchain, maybe we can be, right? Maybe we can, get the power to control our policy, control our spending, and back to the hands of the people. And if that does, maybe we have a chance of getting the America we always wanted and our founding fathers envisioned back into our reality, right? I think that's what we stand for, and that's how we reshaped the token narrative.
Okay, that's really good, and it's really exciting to hear. And it's clear that CTO takeover has brought a fresh wave of innovation and progress. And thank you so much for that answer. And it's amazing to see how leadership and technology are coming together to drive real changes. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's great. Yeah, so we have covered the impressive technology behind the Polify, but as you mentioned earlier, this is movement goes far beyond just blockchain. It's rooted in the values and the vision of America founding
Yes.
father. So, how do you see the broader implication of Polify when it comes to restoring the America they envision, one built on freedom, prosperity, and independence?
Yeah, I mean, I think most of the problems we have today is because we're disconnected from the decision making, right? So you can, have your views, and according to your views, you vote. But even when you vote, it doesn't mean that all of you vote and then that's it. You don't have any other control, right? And then most of the times you look at what the track record on that people that you vote for, and the things that he's voting for, how he's trying to use your money, and how he is positioning himself on matters of importance, and you almost doesn't recognize that person anymore. It's like, was that the person I vote for? But he's not doing the things I thought he would do. And I mean, that is really frustrating, and you have no power and no choice but to wait 4 years and try to vote for another candidate in the hopes that he will express and vote accordingly to what you think he was doing, right? That's why you vote for him. Well, that's not always the case. So I think that once we got back the power back, we will basically be able to shape. And I think this, as I told you in the beginning, it needs to start small. We need to have representatives in different cities, trying to see what we can automate at city halls, because there's a lot of decision making being done at the city level, at the state level. And if we get enough people in our project, enough people to buy our token, we are gonna have a lot of money in the marketing wallet, which I right now I am the only one who controls it, but it is an open project. Anyone can join, and I've also talked about doing a multi-sig wallet, so everyone that basically wants to can control the wallet with me, so we can move this together. So it's really it's a project that it's in the beginning, and we're just trying to make a good use of a very good ticker, which is America, right?
All right, that's great. Thank you for sharing that powerful perspective, and it's inspiring to see like how Polyfire mission connects back to the core values of freedom and prosperity that the bonding founding father envisioned, and yeah, the broader implication of the movement truly go beyond technology, aiming to like reshape not only the financial landscape but the very foundation of like what America stand for. So this
Yes.
is a movement with purpose and deep meaning. So that's great. Good to
Yeah, I
know
think that
this.
too. I feel that too. I feel that we can do so much more with our money, and what most people do is right now is just I like this frog, I like this dog, but don't you like freedom? Don't you like being in control of where your country is going? If you are, I mean, you can put your money where your mouth is. People are very vocal about what they want for their country, but can you put money on it? And I guess once we start getting big, and I do think Politify tokens will overtake meme coins soon enough. And once it does, what will be the biggest message, right? Can you imagine us getting as big as Doji with billions in market cap? Then the media will have no choice but to talk about us, to talk about, what, that dog coin, that frog coin. They're not really the biggest things in the block right now. People are using blockchain to send a message. I can almost imagine the headlines, Politify project for no income tax, for restoring freedoms, for against foreign wars, is gaining momentum. There is like millions of people behind this movement. you know can you imagine the impact that we're going to do? They're going to have to talk about us, and once we're big enough, then we have money in the marketing wallet. Then we can run ads. Then oh my god, we can do the Times Square one for days in a row. Then nothing can stop us, right? That's how I feel. And I mean, I know it's dreaming big, but you know what they say, dream big or go home. So I'm dreaming big.
Definitely, we have to dream big. So, yeah, thank you. And like every great moment faces its share of challenges, and I'm sure that Polyfi is no exception. So, overcoming obstacles is often like what stands in a project and this vision, I believe. So, could you like share with us some of the key challenges that Polyfi encountered during its development and how the team managed to like overcome them?
So I think the major challenge we have right now is that a lot of people doesn't really know us. If you get, and I've been doing some statistics about this, there isn't even 100,000 wallets that are invested in Politify tokens, and I think it's going to take a while. But I think that some catalysts will really make the difference, right? Like the elections, for instance. If Elon Musk really gets up on his Department of Government Efficiency, if stars start to align, I don't think we're even gonna need to do anything. It's gonna be things are going. People are gonna start looking for America government efficiency, and then they're gonna find our articles. They're gonna find the research that we do, and people are gonna start talking about it. And I think it's bound to happen. We just need to wait a little bit, and make some noise, and then hopefully one day we will be big and our message will be too big to hide. We I mean, the guys who are deep into politics and are following geopolitics and military world, they already know that a shift is happening. Most people call it the Great Awakening, but it's basically people getting to know their true power, what they can do, and they can really make a difference, right? They can really make a difference if we rally behind something that we all agree on. Because what happens is, there's a lot of divide in the country, and it's divide over things that don't matter. You know, I'm pretty sure if you ask 90% of Americans, all of them want to, have more money in their bank account. They want to make sure that they can prosper. They want to make sure that they live in a good neighborhood, that their children are safe. I mean, if we can agree on the basics, we're never going to get anything, right? So I think it's just a way for us to reach consensus on the things that matter the most. And until we achieve 100% of those things that matter the most, let's not fight over the things that don't matter. Let's just get the things that everyone wants first, right?
All right, yeah, I understand. And thank you so much for that answer. And that's nice. That was it from the introductory part. So, people, you just need to stay tuned and support them also to know more about their update and future plans by joining all the social channels of this wonderful project. You can find all the social channels of it on Sunrise Venture, X Handle, and in our Telegram as well. So, go and support this wonderful project, be the part of this wonderful community. Okay,
Thank you.
yes, sir. So moving ahead, it's time to start our another segment that is the Twitter one. So actually, in this segment, our community member already posted their doubt or their query related to the project. So we selected like some of the best question for you. So let's see like what they ask.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, one of our member asked you related to the community because community is the heart of like any meaningful moment, and Polify is no different. So for those who are inspired by, let's say, Polify's vision and want to like actively contribute, what opportunities are available for people to like get involved and help shape the future of the movement?
Yeah. So one thing that they can do is just follow us on X. And if you guys want to really help, just chip $1 in the wallet, because this way we're gonna have more support, right? So once we're looking, there's really two ways to show support. You either follow us on socials and basically read our articles and join the discussion on Telegram or X, just help spread the word, or buy $1 worth of token. Just show your support. It's kind of like a vote, if you can get to the hearts of every patriot out there, and every person that lives in North America chips $1, we're at $1 billion market cap, right? So that's my message. I'm not here to make anyone money. This is a politified token, right? We're trying to send a message, and the market cap is just a tool. It's not the final objective of the politified movement. I know it's a token. I know there's a liquidity pool, but I think we're building something that is bigger than just money right now, and money is just a tool to propel our message. So yeah, I don't know, buy our token, buy at least $1 so we can signal support. 50 cents, I don't know. You just need the wallet count to be big, because if I'm not mistaken, one of the biggest tokens has a couple of millions of tokens holders, if I'm mistaken. If we can get to a little over that, we're already gonna start making a lot of noise. So yeah, just come talk to us. Our Telegram chat is open to anyone who wants to join. If you want to be part of the core team, just be there, because it's really literally just me and one other guy that are, you know, making these projects happen. And yeah, we're trying our best, and we hope that everyone that really wants to join and think that the project is worth something, come talk to us. Yeah.
Definitely. So, guys, yeah, buy the token. Even it's worth of $1 also.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
contribute as much as you wish. And it's clear that everyone can play a role in driving Qualify forward. And it's exciting to see like how this collective efforts will help bring the vision of tax-free America closer to reality. So yeah, guys, be the part of this wonderful project. Moving ahead, I have another question related to the project. So like transparency and innovation are key pillars, and like any successful movement, especially like one with such a bold vision as Spotify. So could you like tell us like how the Spotify movement ensure these value are at the forefront, and how they contribute to like achieving the goals of a tax-free America?
Yeah. So one of the things we're doing this is basically doing research. As I told you, I'm writing articles on the intersection of technology and politics. And there's a lot of things that can be done with DAOs and smart contracts right now, but I don't think there's enough discussions being held at the government level. And it's understandable, right? The bureaucrats in power have entrenched themselves deep into the power structures of Washington, and everything that will, endanger their position and their power won't even be considered, right? So that's why I think uh, we were only gonna be able to have meaningful discussions and implementations of DAOs in government structures when we get too big to ignore. So I think that we need to, get support from the public before we can challenge the establishment, if I can say that, because no one in power will wake up one day and say, "Hey, I think I should implement a decentralized structure to take away my power and influence." That's not going to happen. So we need to we need to do what we can do right now, and what we can do is, get our voice out there, make sure that our message is resonating in the hearts of every patriot, and just make sure that we're all aligned with what we want. What is our number one priority? What message do you guys want to send? You guys want to, have more control over government spending? You guys want to have less income tax? You guys want to have more social security? You guys want to have free healthcare? What is it that Americans want? And through this token, we can voice that concern, and most likely we can start to influence politics in a way that they can embrace technologies to give power back to the people. If that happens, I'm pretty sure our future is going to be prosper and free.
Yeah, I agree. And thanks for that detailed explanation. And it's reassuring to hear and like see like how strongly Spotify emphasizes both transparency and innovation, and ensuring that every step towards the goal is rooted in trust and progress. And these values are essential for a movement as transformative as this. And it's inspiring to know that the team is deeply committed to them. So, yeah, thank you so much for that answer. So, you already mentioned that Spotify continues to gain momentum. So, I'm sure that there are some exciting milestones ahead as well. So, could you like
Yeah.
share with us what upcoming milestone the team has planned, and how do you intend to like sustain the momentum of this
Mhm.
revolutionary movement as it grows?
Yeah, so we're gonna try to do some heavy marketing pushes near election campaign, because I think that, I mean, most of the volume that comes into these tokens come from crypto Twitter, right? So people get, so one of the major hushes we had in our coin was when Elon Musk got on stage with Donald Trump and they created the America Pack. And at that time, our token had all the socials that was broken basically on Dex Screen and Dex Tools. Our Twitters that was down, our website was down. There was no links at all, only Telegram, and we saw nearly $1 million in volume that day, one day. And I think that this is just the beginning, right? I think with election coming up, we're gonna see days where we're gonna have a lot of volume, right, and a lot of interest on what's going on and on the crypto space related to that. And we're so early. We are so early that it's almost ridiculous to look at what we are right now and what can we achieve when our word is out there and people knows that there's a token that is committed to advancing the voice of the concern of all Americans. This is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. Once you have the ability to choose to, just buy the frog token, the dog token, or buy something that means something to you, that really signifies all your concerns, I think it's a no-brainer. That could be just me, but I think it's a no-brainer.
Oh, right. That's fantastic to hear, and it's exciting to see like such a clear roadmap and vision for the future of Polify. So, thanks for that answer. And now I have last question for you before we
Okay.
jump into the live segment. So, guys, be ready for that and prepare some insightful questions, some good question for the live segment. Okay, so we know that Ethereum is central to like Polify mission, especially like when it comes to creating a tax-free future. So could you like explain how the current technology of Ethereum supports this vision? Additionally, like what role do smart contracts play in driving this transformation?
Yeah, so I mean, smart contracts can be used in a lot of ways, right? I mean, creating a token is one of them. Establishing DAO governance is other. Right now, we have no dev. All we have is basically the token that is out there, and me running socials. But as I told you, the sky's the limit. And with a DAO in place, we could use our token as governance initially to, see how we're going to spend the money in the marketing wallet. And once that is established, I mean, we could take some lessons with what's going on with Luna Classic. I'm not sure if you guys are following that. They have a proposal system. They have a voting process. They have government structures with veto power. And I think this is how I envision how we should implement mechanisms to, manage our funds initially. And once we do that, I mean, then we have the blueprint to go to specific cities which are more open to crypto adoption. And those cities will mostly likely be the ones that have people who are pro-human, right? They're not greedy, they're not power hungry, and they truly want to do something good for their community. So they will listen to us and they will want to work with us. And once we got a couple of cities on the DAO and working to get, that power back to their constituents, then I think it's going to be an unstoppable wave, right? People are going to say, hey, our city is way better. Why? Because power is truly decentralized. Kind of like, you know, uh, what our founding fathers imagined, right? So we, the people, we have the power. We just need to have mechanisms that allows us to exercise that power. That's basically it. Yeah.
All right, got it. Thank you so much for this answer. And I think it's time to start our live segment. So, in this segment, I will unmute some of our listeners and they will ask you the question. So, let
Okay.
me unmute. All right, so we have up here Buddy here. Go ahead and ask your question, please. Hey, Buddy, you are a speaker now, Buddy. Okay. Maybe he faced some network issue. We
It's
see
okay.
another speaker as well named Honey. Go ahead, buddy. Ask your question. Honey, could you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
I think Billy is trying to ask something.
Yeah, his data shows connecting, so waiting.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Hello. If there are any no other question, I think we can finish.
Okay, I have another question. I think they are not able to ask the question, but they DM me the question. So could you please answer on that? Like, do we have any ambassador program?
No, we don't, but we're open to creating one. Yeah. As I said, the community is so small. It's just me and two other people, and we need help, right? I think we have a very good narrative. Politify is still to take off. So if anyone wants to join, send me a message, talk to me, and we are going to work together. And this will be bigger than Trump. This will be bigger than MAGA. This will be bigger than every other Politify token, just because our message is stronger, is more inclusive. Yes, thank you so much.
All right. And what are our marketing plans? Could you highlight those?
Yeah, so I think by election, I guess on that week, we're gonna run some ads on Dexis, and we're gonna run some campaigns on some of the articles that I'm creating. So every week or so, I put out an article on how we can achieve our vision. So I think I'm the only token to actually produce content, right? It's crazy to say that we have, I gotta say, tens of thousands of tokens and they don't do anything but create memes. I'm doing research, right? So I'm putting out information that people can discuss, people can get informed, and people can basically understand their true power. So that's why I'm here, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. And I hope I hope other people understand the value of what I'm doing, understand that America ticker is ours. America on it is ours, right? Let's work together.
Okay, thank you so much for those answers. And I think we covered all the detail of this wonderful project. I see like Billy continuously raising his hand, but buddy, I think you guys are facing some network issues, so don't worry. If you have more question, you can drop this question on their social channels. Their community manager or their lead member will definitely guide you. So don't worry about it. And thank you so much, sir, for like all these insightful detail about the Polyfire vision, technology, and the future plans. And it's clear that this movement is about more than just blockchain. It's
Yes.
about like bringing real change and restoring the value that America was built on. So, yeah, the combination of innovation, transparency, and community involvement make this project truly inspiring. So,
Thank you.
thank you so much for that idea. And before wrapping up, do you want to say something to our community or offer us a closing statement?
Yeah, absolutely. Please join us. We're not, sitting on an ivory tower like those other Politify projects. We're not unapproachable. We're a small movement, and if you join now, you might have the ability to shape this token to your liking. Right? We're not, you know, we're not unapproachable. We're very much like you guys. We just want to work together and make something interesting of this token, which was basically just abandoned because people really don't know what they're doing and don't know the power of blockchain. Basically, join us.
Yeah, guys, join the project and be the early supporter. You will never regret. And it's time to wrapping up. So, see you next time, sir. Have a great day. Bye bye.
You too. Thank you. Bye bye.